Hey everybody, so I just wrapped up another session for Finding Your Purpose. It was a really, really great session. Provided a lot of tools to help people to define their purpose, to actually identify the values that guide their purpose so that they can come up with a how and an assessment of where they are so that they can get to where they want to be. And one of the questions that was asked of me while I was on the call was, what made you decide to build this group? What made you decide to start to do this every week? And what I said was because I found that there's a deficiency, especially in this time period that we're living in right now, where there's a deficiency in our society where there are people who have given up on their health, given up on their mind, given up on their finances, given up on themselves. They're focusing all of their energy in what everybody else is doing instead of on themselves. And I wanted to create a community of people that were committed to developing themselves, so focusing on themselves. Why is it that we are taught everything else under the sun except for how to learn and live within ourselves? Why do you want to learn everything but yourself? And so I'm committed to that because I believe that when we solve the problem of people not understanding what their purpose is, the value that they bring to this world, then you'll begin to see some change. One of the questions that I asked on the call was, what value do you bring to the world? What value do you bring to the world? That is the baseline for you understanding what your purpose is. Ask yourself that question. What value do I bring right now? What value do you bring to your family? What value do you bring to your friends? What value do you bring to your profession? Stop thinking about what you can get out of life and think about what you can put into it. And then you'll live a much more fulfilling life. Everybody has these transactional relationships with life where if I'm not getting anything out of it, then it's not good for me. What are you putting into it? How many of us have been in a situation where we have wanted to get something? Oh, I want this car, I want this house, I want this person. And then you get it, and then you're bored with it because you aren't willing to do what it takes to maintain it. And that's not really the driving force that you feel within yourself that's going to sustain the joy that you felt when you wanted that thing. The joy is not in things. The joy is in chasing the feeling. People are chasing money instead of chasing the feeling. And I'm not spouting bullshit. It is very real. When you think about your life and you think about the things that you were doing that had you in an appropriate emotional state, you need to start breaking the pattern of those things that continue to take you back to the emotional state. And you can blame it on the person. You're like, oh, well, it's them, it's them, it's them. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's us. It's the patterns of behaviors that we have that continue to draw us back to an emotional state that we don't desire, and therefore our overall quality of life is lacking. Your quality of life has nothing to do with what you make. How many millionaires, billionaires have you heard about killing themselves? Stop focusing on the money. Focus on yourself. The money will come. Focus on that emotion. Focus on building those people, those places, those things, those careers that give you that feeling. No, everybody isn't going to be able to go into the career of their dreams out the gate. Sometimes you may have to go through a little bit of struggle in order to find that place where you need to be, or to set you up to be in that place where you need to be. But you will continue to have that feeling because you know that that place is temporary. You're only there for a minute until you get to the place that you want to go, because the journey is moving you towards your purpose. So you're not mad that you're in this place right now because you're moving towards your purpose. You're having progress, making progress. Find a purpose first. You can do it at any time. Find a purpose. It just takes a little bit of work. So with that, I want to say I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you join, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.